Hey everyone, so today we are going to be doing a lower back stretching video. Lower back pain is a very common issue in just American society in general because our lumbar area of our spine carries a lot of tension. And usually whenever we're walking slouched over, not walking with good posture, if we sit in uncomfortable chairs that don't have good lumbar support, things like that start to really creep up on that lower back. So what I'm going to show you are some stretches that will help alleviate that pressure and hopefully give you better posture, give you better functionality throughout the day because you don't have that lower back pain. All right, so follow me through these next 6 stretches. I'm going to tell you how to do them. You might be wondering why I have a pillow and a foam roller over here. That is going to be used for our final stretch, so be prepared to have like a firm pillow, something you can roll up to make into somewhat of a foam roller, or have a foam roller itself for the last stretch. The first stretch we are going to do is a knee to chest stretch. So what I want everyone to do, you're going to lay down, hands by your side, feet straight out, and you're going to lift that right leg up, bring it towards your chest, link your fingers around the bottom portion of the knee, pulling up towards the chest, and you want to pull gently until you feel a slight stretch in that lower back. You want to hold it for about 20 to 30 seconds, then you're going to release it, you're going to let your leg come forward, you're going to pick up your left leg, same thing, grasp right underneath the knee, pulling up towards the chest until you feel that slight stretch in that back. Once again, holding for 20 to 30 seconds. Then you're going to bring your legs down. And then after that, what I want you to do is you're going to bring both legs up, grabbing underneath the knees again. This one is going to be a chest tuck with a slight rock. So with your knees up and getting that slight release in that lower back, you're going to rock side to side just gently. What you're doing here is just massaging that lower back. It's giving a little bit of relaxation to it. You're going to do this for about 30 seconds as well. Then I want you to release your feet down and relax there. The next stretch we're going to go into is a trunk rotation. So what you're going to want to do, I'm going to show this 2 different angles. You're going to bring both your knees up, just like you did for the last stretch. You're going to take your hands out to the side, palms facing up, and you want to rotate your legs to the left and look towards your right palm as your legs go down to the left. You want to try and bring them all the way down to the ground, just getting that trunk rotation here. Hold this for about 20 to 30 seconds and you'll pick your legs back up, looking to the other side, rotating to the other side. Coming back up to center. Bring your legs back to center. You're going to set your feet down. Bring your arms down to your side. Move into cat-cow now. Cat-cow, what you're going to do is you're going to bring your hands and your hips, Brian, you want your hands shoulder width apart and your knees hip width apart. You want to be in a good tabletop position, spreading the weight out between your hands and your knees. And what we're going to do here is as we take a deep breath in, we're going to protrude our belly down and we're going to look up. And then as we breathe out, we're going to be going into cat pose, and we're going to draw that belly button up towards our spine, looking down, arching that back. You're going to breathe in, coming back into cow, come back into cat. Breathing in. And then out. Do each one of cat cow for about 5 to 10 seconds. So do cow for 5 to 10, then cat for 5 to 10. You want to repeat this about 15 times, okay? Then what we're going to move into is a seated forward fold. So I want everyone to do, bring your feet right out in front of you, toes pointed towards the ceiling. And what you're going to do is you're going to bring your chest down as close to your knees as you can, grabbing those toes, grabbing your shin, wherever is comfortable. We're just going to do a forward fold seated. Make sure to take deep breaths. So as you take a deep breath in, you're going to come up just slightly. And as you breathe out, you're going to come back down a little bit more. Hold this one for about 20 to 30 seconds for the best stretch out of this one. From the side, stay up nice and tall, feet out in front of us, and coming forward for that forward fold. All right. And we're going to be moving into our last stretch now. And that last stretch is going to be that supported bridge with the foam roller or the pillow. I'll be showing both so you have both examples. So the first one I'm going to show is going to be with this foam roller, okay? So what you want to do is you want to lay flat on the ground, and then just like you do for bridge, for physical therapy or anything like that, you're going to put the weight into your heels and you're going to drive your hips up. You're going to take your foam roller and you're going to place it right underneath your lower back, and then you're going to relax. Readjust your feet, then you're going to push up through the heels again, engaging that core, tightening the stomach, making that good straight line. Coming up, and then relax back down onto that foam roller again. Alright, so what that's going to be doing is relaxing that lower back and building up those abdominal muscles to help support the lower back, okay? So, what that will look like with the pillow. Get rid of my foam roller, grab my pillow, and what I suggest you do is tuck it up a little bit. Make it a bigger surface, that way you have more to lay down on and it's not just going flat. You instead are getting that stretch that we're looking for in that lower back. Alright, so I'm going to get into that bridge position. I'm just going to have my pillow already in my hands. Lift my hips up. Taking that pillow, I'm going to put it right underneath my lower back. And I'm going to relax. Now, this stretch isn't going to be as deep as using a foam roller, but if you have a firm enough pillow, it potentially will get close. And then you're going to lift your hips back up, using that core, and then hold it for about 5 to 10 seconds, and let yourself come back down, 5 to 10 seconds, and then back up. Alright? These can be done as many times throughout the day as you feel necessary. If it relieves that back pain, I would encourage you to do it twice a day. And they can take as much time as you want or as little time. I usually do about 2 rounds of them whenever I'm having lower back pain, and it knocks it out for me. But if you need to do more, you want to do less, go for it. It's a learning experience. You learn from your body what it needs. These stretches are all around just fantastic for that area of the body. And also helps with their core a little bit, okay? Focus on your breathing and make sure not to have too much of an arch in that lower back. What that means is don't push your hips too far back. What we want to do is have a proper alignment, so we want to drive our hips forward in order to support our body. Because think of it this way, if our hips aren't underneath the primary part of our torso, then all that weight is just displaced and we're putting more pressure on that lower back because now it's having to hold you up more, okay? As if we take that natural curve of our spine, pushing our hips forward and putting ourselves more in alignment with our entire spine, we're now able to put that weight all the way throughout the spine instead of just focusing on one spot, okay? So keep that in mind. Practice this as much as you feel necessary. I know for myself, my lower back's already feeling amazing, and I just did a quick run through of all these. So imagine what they're going to feel like when you do a full routine. And as this video has been going, just remember in the bottom left corner is going to be that information on what the stretch is and how long to hold it. Hope you all have a great day. Hope these help with anyone's pain, and see y'all soon.